Hello and welcome. So I am going to take a look at the Times Cryptic crossword, which is being published on Tuesday the 30th of September 2025. Did yesterday's fairly successfully, had one wrong at the end but very fast time. I'm not expecting to be there again today, but hopefully this will be achievable. I've been practicing a bit on them, so let's see how far I can get. Time to reset the timer and then crack on. Awfully idle pussies outside German city shops. Pedestrian precincts? Pedestrianisation or something? Pussies is 7 letters, idle is 11. Outside German, it must be German, would have to be DE, wouldn't it? I think if that's the case. Germany is DE. Is it just, maybe it's something less obvious than that. Let's go through the crosses first. Yell not about deception. I just wonder if there's a word about that. Deception is a scam. Fake con. A Parisian, which I assume is on, charging engineers to assess pay. Or une, could be une, ne. Charging is rating. Engineers, charging is 8 letters. Could be une, charging, couldn't it? To assess pay is to, it could be an anagram of all, I suppose. What would that be? I cannot think. Dad rushed round. One with a sort of obsession. Dad rushed. Rushed is 6 letters. Dad is 3, so that isn't going to be an anagram. One with sort of obsession is a some kind of maniac. Dad is pa. I'm going to put pa there, I don't know why. Just think. Right, trick lord falling into river. Is that going to be the name of a river with it? Lord would be LD, would it be? To trick would be to... Not sure. Female boss. A long time with little right in muddle. Cool, okay. Get rid of heartless language. Heartless language would be an LE, wouldn't it? Get rid, be to... Let's put an LE there. I'm not convinced that needs to be that way. I think it's more likely it's going to be Earth or something for a language. But what is heartless? I'm not sure. Let's get rid of is to... Get rid of. Maybe it's take release without middle letters or something like that. 4-letter languages, can't think of any off the top of my head. Unconventional pronouncement of writer. Unconventional pronouncement of writer. New retrial with boy likely to result in freedom. Retrial is 2, 4, 6, 7. Boy is 3. Likely to result. Could that be an anagram? Could I finally have an anagram here to try and do retrial and boy? Likely to result in freedom would be ending in ly, I think. Ably. Let's go ably there at the end. What it would be, not sure. Retrievably, not quite. Can't say that, of course. Consume with lack of seriousness, we hear. Okay. Brevity, light. Consume with could be W. Lack of seriousness is light. Earnestlessness. Don't think that's going to be it. Right, what's this? Security device gets ordered outside. It stops invasions. So we've got an anagram of gets going outside of it, which is inside of an invasions. Gets and it only leaves 2 letters though. It doesn't really work, does it? It stops invasions. Really feels like it. It ought to be it going into something. Or it stops. Security device is an alarm. Invasions are raids. incursions, no. Okay, show where to go and use hot running water. Running water, some kind of lake, pond, ocean. Show where to go is to guide or steer. Use hot. Stone hard. In bit of fruit. What do you think? Is that H going into H for hard is going to be there, isn't it? Stone is a gem. Bit of fruit is a slice. Cool. Fail to get support after maiden and I separate. Well, there's a lot of letters in that clue. 13. And we've got as an M for maiden. That doesn't seem very likely. Right. What is on the downs? Maybe we've got a bit more help here. Announcement surprisingly neat and cordial. Oh come on, that must be an anagram, neat, cordial. Not that it helps me because I'm no good at anagrams when there's no letters in place. Let's write down there, neat, cordial. Announcement is a there could be shun there. Let's go with a shun in there. That would leave me declaration. Wow. Okay, that destroys the oh, okay, that works there as well. Declaration. Wow. And par is good. This one, yell not about deception. Okay, well, what's this T? Awfully idle, okay. Pussies outside German shops. Is that deli? Shops? Delicatessens? Delicat. Okay. German city. Essence. Pussies outside, yep. Delicatessens, okay, that makes it a bit happier. Proposition from learner meeting novel woman. Well, I'm thinking of Emma, but I don't think lemma is a proposition, is it? I think novel woman must surely be the name of someone who's a female character. It must be a title character, mustn't it? Proposition is something I can't even think of. NCO, okay. Swallowing drug is not spiritual. Non-commissioned officer, swallowing drug is not. NCO. Is that capitalist? Would that fit capitalist? No. I don't know, I'm just taking it. I'm going to leave that for a minute. Cap. Non-spiritual. Not spiritual is. Can't think of a word for not spiritual. Let's put that UN back there for now. Ooh. Try and put the UN back there. Food and drink after this person's restricted by disease. So drink after this person's. This person's is theirs. They're restricted by disease. I want to go typhoid. That doesn't quite fit. Well, maybe delicatessens hasn't been as useful as I thought it would be. Report of wickedness, unusual in church body. Report of wickedness would be sin. But synod? Synod, yeah. Okay, got one. Another one, shall I say. Spring up for Lent. Signing up for Lent, sorry. Men denied minimum of food, sadly. It feels like it should be an alas in there somewhere. Signing up is enroll. That'll be enroll. Enrolling? Why would that be enrolling? Would it be enrolling? Let's just take out, was there G in that? The noise sound. Well, if that's an error of retrial boy, then it isn't going to happen on enrolling. I think enrolling's 1L anyway, so take that out. Just have a look at that one again. Get rid of heartless language. Signing up for Lent. Signing up for Lent is fasting. Men denied minimum of food is a ration. I don't know. Jock getting caught out. Sot and Scott. There's one last thought, and I can't type it. Whiskey. Yeah, one having too much whiskey. It's a sot. Okay, that's a bit happier. At least on those downs. Where have we gone to now? Gone all the way over there. 12. Record author finally prepared for publication is no longer valid. Prepared for publication is edited. Record is going to be a CD. Expedited. Author is now discredited. Wow, get me. Okay, a disc is a record. Where am I? There. And the final letter of author is an R, so I think that's right. Discredited. No longer valid, yeah. Deals with a daughter needing wardrobe items. Oh gosh. Addresses, I suppose. That's a simple one, isn't it? A simple one than I was expecting anyway. Gets on horses. Rides, not entirely secure at first. Gets on horses getting up, isn't it? Not entirely secure at first. Not entirely as whole, but not entirely. Can't quite understand how to break that clue down, really. Secure at first. Might mean put lock there, I suppose. Wasn't it? Lock or... don't know. Right. English inventor of container carried by infant. English inventor. Is that right? Container carried by infant, so... infant would be a tot, I suppose. Or a baby. Bob, babe. Which leave can, crate to can. Looking for the name of an English inventor, I assume. Container. Could be a baby, I don't know. Not getting too... oh, go back to that T there. Take that out. Right, small bird atop an enormously important person. Small bird is a small... or is it an an? Which makes that a titan, I would think. Titan of industry. Titan. Foreign character ending in dark, only half manifest. Ending in dark is a K. Only half would be KLY, or I think that's K then there. Let's see if that works on kite, I think. Stone hard. Stone hard bit of fruit. I don't think that's going to be a K, is it? I was hoping foreign characters is going to be like moo or new. From manifest is to foreign character. Ending in dark is a K. Only half would be nice. I was thinking maybe it's going to be KON or KLY. And then Greek character of pi. Pickley, I don't think so. Let's just leave that out for a minute. I don't want foreign character to be. Is there any help? Let's go to the next one. Gosh, male. Offer some resistance. Must be O. The ohm. Good, right. That much I do know. Come back down here. Fail. To get support after maiden eye separator. So I was wondering if that Y is valid as in YED or something. I can't see how that can be. K. Stone. Could be ST. Hard in bit of fruit. I mean, where's a hard going? H can't go in there though, if it's going to be in a piece of it. That's rock, is it? Which suggests that should just be H on the end, or H. Not sure. Can't think of any. Can't think of any gemstones which can end with TH. So don't quite know what's going on there. So I'm going to. Do I want to keep that ON on the LY there? I think more likely ON. Fail to get support after maiden. Well, maiden is M, but maiden could be an anagram. Maiden I. Separate is to misunderstand. Fail to get is to misunderstand, isn't it? I don't understand what you're telling me. Understand doesn't quite work though. Let's just go through that clue. So we've got maiden. A D, I missed the I, didn't I? N E to get support doesn't really happen, does it? Oh, support is a stand, okay. So let's go back to what did I have? Misunder. So maiden is M I and then sunder. Split asunder. M-I sunder, I think, with a stand after it. Okay, I'll go with that. I'm not entirely sure about it, but because the sunder bit doesn't quite seem right, but I think it is. Show where to go and use hot running water. Show where to go. No, this one I've got all three letters, so I haven't got any choice. I consume with lack of seriousness. We hear. Ingest. Okay, so that's a G one, isn't it? Consume. And J for lack of seriousness. If you're doing something ingest, fair enough. This one, unconventional pronouncement of writer. Unconventional is kind, weird. Can't be many things going there. Unconventional. Why? Wild? Yeah, okay, Oscar Wilde has an E on the end of his name, doesn't he? So I think that's reasonable. Okay. Getting there, I think. 1743, not like yesterday, but I was finished it pretty much at this time yesterday. A Parisian charging engineers to assess pay. Engineers are re. Let's try re there. If that was a re for engineers, could be Renault, charging. Try that. Let's have a quick look at this D. Actually, trick lord. Diddle. Lord is LZ, isn't it? Oh God, let's write it down. Diddle. No, there's no L. River D would be D. Deride. Lord. I'm fairly sure that's discredit down. And decide. Trick is not to decide. Decode. D. I need to sneeze. Excuse me. There may yet be another one coming. Who knows? Yeah, my list of Lord feels like it ought to be an LD there, really. In which case, what about delude? How would that work? Malud. Yeah, okay, delud. Fair enough. Sign up for Lent. Signing up for Lent is... Okay, I said enrollment. What about enrolment then? Can I even spell enrolment? How would that work? Enrolment. There's men. Can't be. deny minimum of food, sadly. Minimum food is an F though, isn't it? Signing up is enrolment. Lent is an anagram in there somewhere. Men, okay. Lent, L-E-N-T. Yes, okay, yep. So take the OR is part of 4 as the anagram, but minimum food, denied the minimum food, so take the F off of it. Wow, complicated. Get rid of is to, I said erst, didn't I? I don't know why. Get rid of is to, get rid of heartless. Erase, there we are. Erase without that, okay. Recon, reconnoiter. Let's not look at this one. I was going to get there, wasn't I? Not spiritual is... Well, if you're not spiritual, then you're materialistic, but there's no chance for that to be right with the C. Engineers are RE. Rito. To assess pay. Rate. To assess is to rate. Pay is oh god, there's a word I can't spell. Remunerate. Remunerate, I think. So what have we got? They got a set. Engineers are RE. Oh, a parisian is une. Okay, so that's charging, so going inside of. Engineers, I don't know what the M's coming from. To assess is to rate. So REM, Royal Engineers M. I don't know what the M is doing, but I think that's how it works. Food and drink. I'm thinking of tempera here somehow. Tempera, like that, but I can't remember what that means, or whether it has anything to do with food and drink or diseases, or just kind of popped into my head. After this person's restricted by disease, my list of diseases. Beginning with T is not very long. Like, it's got nothing in it for a list. I can't think of anything. Right, let's look at par again. Par rushed round. So sped backwards. One with a sort of obsession is a. I want to put maniac in there. Maniac, but it isn't, is it? A sort of obsession. Oh, what would that be? Not sure. Okay, let's look at C. Yell, not about deception. I don't think that C is indicating any kind of hidden word, because it doesn't really work off either ESEP or eeked, whatever it is. Yell is to cry. If that was cry, what's this? Proposition from learner meeting novel woman. Proposition is a... I can't think of it. Proposal, proposition. Not going well on these ones. NCO, I don't know what NCO means really. I know it's a non-commissioned officer, but I don't know what to do with it in this. I assume it's something like corporal, isn't it? Corporeal. Okay, I'll go with that. Do I spell it? Corporeal. So put an E into corporal. Okay, that went nicely suddenly. Oh, here's my new trial with boy likely to result in freedom. Liberatory, is it? Gosh, let me try and... I have to cross that one off. I can go through it, can't I? So we got R-E-T-R-I-A. There's my L, and then boy, yeah. So what did I say? Liberatory. Okay, liberatory, there we go. Right, well, that's nicer. This one, English inventor of container carried by infant. I think that must be a babe then. What is back? If it's babe, I don't think the A can go there because you've then got to have a container that begins with a vowel or an R. I mean, I think the container should be something like a can, but so I'm going to put the A there. It could be a Babbage. In fact, Charles Babbage, inventor of the computer of some sort. I don't know exactly whether he used to do with computer inventions. Show where to go and use hot running water. House. Show where to go. Oh, it could be an anagram of show. Where to go. But I've got a T in there. There's no T's available. Use hot running water. I can't think what that word there will be. Tramp. Track. But none of them are kind of show where to go. Is that a play on going to the toilet? Towel, toast. Okay. Security device gets ordered outside. It stops invasions. Oh gosh. Bit. Could bit work? Don't think so. What's a security device? It is an alarm. It's anything I can think of really. Security device gets ordered outside. Ordered is... can't think really. This one gets on horses. Not entirely secure at first. I want that to be rides really. Cut out rides, not really. Let's put that there for now as rides. Then what's this going to be? Show where to go and use hot running water. I just wonder if there's a separate thing going on. I use hot in some way. Use could be house. Oh, is it? Okay, so is it an anagram of house? Train? Show. House. Let's take that off a second then. It's got hot, use, where to go, there's an O, there's a 2, house, running water is rain, isn't it? Is that right? I can't say house 2, it's got TO, I've got H, use. I think it's house train, show where. I think show where is to house train, okay, I can go with that. Gets on horses, not entirely secure at first. Oh, can't be an un, can it? Because that would end in a U, which is very unlikely. Not impossible, but quite unlikely. A long time is an age, maybe, or it could be an era. It could be anything, couldn't it? Or it could be an eon. I don't say. Let's leave it as an age for now. With little right, that's an R, isn't it? In muddle. No. Female. Surely that's a F for female. Boss. A muddle would be just one of those words, you know, that they come up with, like, kind of, I can't describe what kind of word I'm trying to think of. Just one of those kind of nonsensey kind of words. Gonna leave that out for a minute. Female boss. I think boss is stud, but that isn't going to work. A long time ago. A long time is a year. No. Don't know what that is. Let's look at this one again here. Oh, which had the only half manifest. Well, half a manifest is mani or fest. Mania. Could that be mania? I don't think so. Ending in dark. Kappa, maybe. Why would that be Kappa? Kappa is a foreign character. K. Only half manifest. Appear. Upper. Manifest. Apparent, I think that is. There we go. Stone. Pith. Stone is a pit. Bit of fruit is a pith. I think that's pith. Yep. This one, oh, I can move on, can't I? Hurrah, I don't need to look at those bottom clues anymore. Gosh, what's going on here? Kid. It stops invasion. Gets ordered outside. It stops, well, if there is an it going in there, can I go there? Oh, or there. Which doesn't feel really good. What's going on here? Device, security device. Blink light, blink, blinkade. Gets ordered outside. Can't have an indirect anagram, so it can't be an anagram security device, whatever that might be. It stops invasions would be, I don't know why it's a blockade, but a lock is a security device, and ordered is bade. I think I was thinking that earlier somewhere. I was thinking it was bide, but bade is the word I was looking for. Right, what have we got here? So this hasn't gone too bad, has it? 1, 2, we've got left. 1, 2, 3 crosses and 1, 2, 3 down. 6 to go. 30 minutes gone. I feel like, even if I can't finish it, I feel like I've had a good run at this. Gets on horses. Not entirely secure at first. Gets on horses. Gets on feels like it must be something like promotes or does well or something, really, as opposed to anything else. I'm just going to look at TM. Food and drink. Oh, maybe I'm not. Tempura was the word I was thinking of, but I don't think that's going to help me with a U there, is it? A sort of obsession. Okay, well I've looked at these 6 clues a bit now and I'm not feeling very comfortable about what that can be, I've got no ideas about those at the moment. This one I might be able to build, this one might be able to build if I can think of something. Likewise, I'm not sure about that one. This person's mine. I think that's mine, isn't it? Is it mine? This person's mine or my. So I'm going to have a little break. Not going to have a break. I'm going to have a think to myself in pause mode and see what I can come back with for you. I'm back very quickly, having just bunged in paranoia here, because I'm thinking, well, par for dad, rushed round is ran, and then one with a, so an I and an A. Paranoia is a sort of obsession. I can't quite see where to get the O from. Actually, so what I was doing was I was just trying to put Emma in there. Maybe proposition is lemma. I don't know. In which case, what would this be? Scam would be a deception. Why yell? Not about deception. Deception is a scam, not about scam. I think I'm probably just going to bung those in and hope at this point, because I'm getting a bit. I don't know if I'm going to get the rest of these. Yell, not about deception. Scam. Scream. Okay, so yeah, it's scream without an RE. So take the re of re, which is about, out of scream, gives you a scam. So that suggests that has to be lemma, and if I've got that, then I think that has to be paranoia, which is a sort of obsession or paranoid. Can't see. So par is dad. Rushed. Oh yeah, rushed is ran. O for round. 1 IA. Yeah, good. So okay. Food and drink. Yeah. So that lasts 3, aren't I? 35 minutes. That's okay. Tim. Restricted by disease. I just cannot think. Typhoid is the only one I've got with so far. Typhoid and tetanus. Tetanus. Don't know, tetan. This person's. I wish I knew what this person's meant. I think it means my. But I don't know. Or is it I'm? Maybe it's I'm. This person's I am. I'm. I think it's I'm. So restricted by Tim. If that was T something, A something, something, then that would really have to be a vowel, wouldn't it? Tim, can't be an A, E, A, Timmy. Could be tra, Timra. Food and drink. After this person's restricted. I'll leave that like that for a minute. Right, I didn't get a chance. I got so excited. Well, I was so excited trying lemma in there and getting to paranoia and whatever. I didn't have much time to actually look at these other clues other than to write out this one here, 13, horizontally, which I still can't see what it is. So it gets on horses, not entirely secure at first. Not entirely. Can't be NO, can it? Oh, it could be NO. Not entirely as NO. S would be secure at first. Horses would be gets on would be, don't know that O though. If that was nose, seems. No, hang on, not entirely. Can't be NO, can it? Because that's then double duty. Horses would be. My list of horses is a bit rubbish. I think that isn't going to end in anything but a proper letter, should we say, rather than a vowel or an X or a Z or something. It could be a Z, I suppose, but for that to begin with something fairly reasonable. Right, I'm going to pause again while I think. I think that, as you can see there, I've put in some mounts. Mounts as a horse, gets on. I had surrounds. I just kind of filled in the letters of surrounds, and then I thought about it a bit more. I thought, actually, maybe surmounts. Not entirely secure first. Mounts are definitely horses, and secure is sure. Yeah, sure, without the E on it. Surmounts. Okay, I've been playing with the F in there as well. I've been playing with a few things actually. We've only got 2 clues left. Where are we? We're at 43, so yeah, I didn't spend too long. But in a muddle is a falalala bris, female boss. Is it possible it's just a female boss we're looking for? In which case, what are we doing here? A long time. The A looks far too important there. Little right in muddle. Where's the S coming from? Is that a long time with an R in it? Which would be I can't think. This is the trouble with only doing the big crosswords in once in a while, is I'm sure a good soul would know this word, or be able to see this word quite quickly. I suspect it's a word I've not heard of, or has components I've not heard of. And like this one, disease. I went through, if that's TIM, then that can really only be a vowel, I think. Because M something isn't going to work on anything else, in which case it's Timia. And then I thought maybe it's toast, Timost. So I've got food and drink, which is toast. Toast is, yeah, food and drink is toast actually, isn't it? But after this person's restricted, so I'm going in there. Timost, is that really a? Let's do it for a minute. Let's play with that as a possibility. But then, yeah, what are you doing here? I mean, that would have to be a ets, ladettes, faladettes, or something. I think 45 minutes is gone. Let's do a check and just check everything's okay to this point, which it is. So that's good at least, even if I can't complete it now. I feel like I've I've done okay, you know, to get that far. Food and drink, I have to say food and drink is my kryptonite as cluing goes. Geography's not great either, and plants, well, everybody hates plants, don't they? Or doesn't hate them, but yeah, everybody struggles with plants, but yeah, food and drink is particular kryptonite for me. Temp, I think it's probably Tim there, but because I don't know what else to do with that, this person's. Yeah, I think it's probably that. Tim, restricted by disease. Food and drink is don't know. Okay, let's put in the F there and the I there and just see if we got, and just do a grid check again. Okay, the I's right, so that bit's right. This bit isn't, which is interesting. Boss, female boss is a. It's obvious, isn't it? Suddenly I just go, oh, it's manageress. I don't know why that's manageress, isn't it? Boss is to manage, I think. Female boss, manageress. Tim. What is it? Manageress, how does that work? Little right is an R. Ages. Boss is a man. Can't really say that. Female boss is a manageress. In muddle. A muddle is a mess. Okay, we've got mess. So that leaves us anager to work out. Well, there's a little right. So a long time is an age. There you are, manageress. Boom. So this one. If it's this person's time, then Timmy food and drink. What is it? Food and drink after this person's. Is it drink ale? Timbale. How about that? There you go. Boom. Okay. So suddenly I thought of TB for tuberculosis. Didn't realise I was after abbreviations. And there I am, 48 minutes with just a little bit of help. Which, funnily enough, actually wasn't that helpful, other than it told me I don't need an F there. Slightly frustrating not to finish that actually now, because as soon as I'd taken that F out, I just saw the word manageress filling that gap. Right, let's go through it and try and unravel what's going on here. Awfully light, so we've got an anagram for idle, which is Delhi. Awfully is your anagram indicator, and as soon as you put Delhi on anything, and you've got a long word, you can think delicatessens. Well, pussies are cats, so C-A-T and the S there, outside of German city, which is the city of Essen, which is probably one of the first cities I learnt in crossword land. You know, I knew some cities around, but not Essen. And shops are delicatessens. Right, if you yell, then you scream. But it says not about, so re is about. Right into you, re this matter, about this matter. So take re out of scream, leaves you a scam, which is deception. A Parisian is une. Charging means is a containment indicator. Engineers must be, well, engineers are always RE for Royal Engineers. I'm not sure where the M comes from, but I guess they are probably REMs. So to speak. And to assess pay is to rate. To assess is to rate. To assess something is to rate it, and pay or whatever is to remunerate. Remunerate. If you asked me to spell that word without any checkers there, I'd have gone remunerate, but it's remunerate or remunerate. I can't say it very easily. Right. That is par. Rushed is ran. Round is an O. One is an I, and A is in the clue, which gives you paranoia, which is a sort of obsession. A trick, if you trick someone, you delude them. Lord is lud, so kind of you see it written down, malud. People dress the judge in court. Excuse me, malud. Or butlers say it. So yeah, lud for lord. Falling into the river, which is D. Classic crossword land river, up in Scotland, I think. Female boss is the manageress. We've got a long time is an age, with little right with an R for right, so little is just saying you just want the R, and the muddle is a mess. Get rid of is to erase, but make that heartless. So take the A out of erase, gives you Erse, which is the language, kind of a Celtic language. Unconventional is wild, pronouncement of writer, so it'll sound like of Oscar Wilde because his name is spelled with an E on the end of it. Anagram of retrial boy, new is your anagram indicator, gives us liberatory, which is to result in freedom. To consume is to ingest with a G. We've got another sound like here, as indicated by we here, and lack of seriousness is that was done in jest, which would be a J. Security device is a lock, gets ordered outside, yeah, so bade is ordered, good kind of medieval word there, and it stops invasions is a blockade. Right, show where to go. Just trying to okay, show where to go is to house train. So it was literally it was something to do going to the toilet, wasn't it? So that's definition, show where to go. And then we've got an anagram of use hot, which gives us the house tea, and then running is your anagram indicator, and water is rain. And there's a slight hint that running water is rain, but running is, I think, the anagram indicator there. Stone is a pit, and H for hard gives you pith, which is part of the fruit, that kind of thing. I think it's below the skin, isn't it? Stone, pit. I think that's to do with kind of pitting and pockmarking on things, I think. I'm not sure. Right, if you fail to get, you misunderstand. Yeah, I failed to get your point, I misunderstand you. A support is a stand going after, I think it was M for maiden is cricket notation, I is in the clue, and then sunder is separate. On the downs, we have, gosh, what we've got an announcement is a declaration, that's your definition. Surprisingly is your anagram indicator that neat cordial is an anagram of declaration. Proposition is apparently a lemma, never heard of that. L for learner is a standard abbreviation. The novel woman, Emma. I'm going to show you my. I try to show. Trying to think who that is. Can't think of a name. I want to go with one of the Brontes, but it isn't the Brontes. It's the other one. I can't remember. Not something I've read, to be fair, but I think the person who wrote Sensibility and those kind of books. Anyway, right, we've got an NCO, non-commissioned officer, so in this case is the corporal, and swallowing a drug is an E, put that in there. Swallowing is your containment indicator, and non-spiritual is corporeal. Right, word I've never heard of, timbale. I'm guessing that's a food, because we've got drink is ale, going after this person is I, this person's, so it's an apostrophe, it's a possessive apostrophe, so it's I am, this person is, sorry, it's a contraction, I am, this person is going to the shops, I am going to the shops, and restricted by the disease of TB, short for tuberculosis. Report is another sound like indicator, wickedness, unusual, so we've got sin, odd. Sin is wickedness, odd is unusual, sound like indicator. Church body is the synod, who will be deciding in the next Archbishop of Canterbury's, I suppose. Signing up is enrolment. We've got an anagram, I think, of Lent, for Lent men, but obviously enrolment has no F in it, so denied minimum food is an F. Sadly is your anagram indicator for all of that. Wow, okay. Jock is a Scottish name, so a Scot. Getting caught out, so take the C out of Scot, gives you sot, and a sot is a drunkard, so one who has too much whiskey, perhaps. A record is a disc. Author finally is the R from author. Prepared for publication is edited, and no longer valid is discredited. Deals with is addresses. You address the matter, you deal with it. Got A in the clue, D for daughter, and wardrobe items are dresses. Right, gets on horses. What have we got here? Some mounts. Not entirely secure at first. Okay, so gets on is surmounts. Horses are mounts. And secure is sure. You're sure of that? You're secure in that. But not entirely. So take the E off of sure and then put it first. So sure and then mounts for horses, and gets on is surmounts. I thought surmounts was to overcome something, but I suppose maybe it's some way that. We've got Charles Babbage, the inventor, English inventor, I think. Something to do with computers. Containment is a bag carried by the infant, which is a babe. A small bird is a tit, and a top an. So yeah, put tit on top of an. It's a down clue. Gives you a titan, enormously important person. Foreign character is kappa, so one of the Greek alphabet. Ending in dark is a K. Only half manifest. So to manifest something that's manifest is apparent. So just the first half of apparent. And gosh, is OH, gosh. M for male gives you the ohm, which is offering some resistance, the unit of resistance. So there we go, all decrypted. Sadly, just needing a little bit of help to get manager S, but really didn't need that help, did I? Because I didn't, once I took the F out, I was like, suddenly just saw it. Anyway, there we go. Enjoyed doing that. Thanks for watching.